His remarkable journey from there to here. Please welcome the RZA. Look at you.
Why not?
Wow, what a shirt you chose. You're swaying. Where do you have that plugged in?
To the microphone.
Oh, there you go. You got your power source.
Yep.
It's so nice to meet you.
Thanks for having me come up here and talk with you.
What a journey you've been on.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, you know, pretty deep, but
One of 11 children.
Yep.
You're growing up in the project. Your mom raised you guys, right?
Yes.
On her own.
Yeah, we had 2 bedrooms. At one point, it was like maybe 18 people in a 2-bedroom house. You know, it was lacking a lot of things, but what it did have a lot of was love, though. My mother had a lot of love, and we all felt the love.
And at some point in your life, around the age of 9 or 10, you get a little lost in the shuffle there, and you're getting into bad things like.
Oh, you grow up inside the in the hood, or as they call it in the projects. You know, you hang with your older cousins or older kids in the block, and you wind up just following their lead. And so many kids there, my mother couldn't keep a hold of all of us.
Right.
And I would go hang out with the local drug dealer or somebody like that, and get involved with all kind of things. And it's funny because you see, you don't see yourself going down a narrow path. You just thinking it's fun or something, anything to escape. But as I reflect back on it, it's like, I'm like, man, I can never see my son going through that world, you know? I have a 14-year-old son now who
he's growing up in a different
world.
Different opportunity.
Yeah, different opportunity. He's a virgin, you know what I mean?
Me too, oddly enough.
love video games and stuff like that. But if we don't have a father in your house.
Right.
Any older male figure becomes a father. And that's what happens to, I think, a lot of, people. We join gangs and we join things because there's no father, there's not that masculine love there. And you started following these people thinking that they are your guidance. I've realized that in my household nowadays, being a father and a mother there, my children, they have this balance. Me and my brothers, and I'm not the only one in my family that was running wild. My brother was running wild as well because there was no father figure. But we now keep our families tight, and our children are doing way different.
When was the first time that you brought a gun into the house? I mean, how does a kid get a hold of gun and alcohol and everything, and how does it roll into it becoming part of the lifestyle where it gets out of control? Well,
the worst thing that ever happened to me with a gun was really, I was around 15 at this age. My mother finds the gun. And
you brought it into the house?
My big brother brought it in. You know what I mean? But I'm with him. I'm down with it. But she finds this gun, and it broke her heart. Because she tried so much to keep us away from negativity, try to keep us in church, and try to keep us on the right path. But, we was tempted to the streets, addicted to the streets, and wanting to be in the streets. And it really broke her heart. And she kind of disowned us at that time. She was like, and that really broke my heart because my mother,
You saw that pain,
man,
that you
I love her so much,
her.
Yeah. And I always strive to make her happy, though, you know what I mean? And when she found that gun, she really was heartbroken, and it kind of smacked me in my face too, though. It was like my first waking up, like I should change my path. And I started being good for maybe a year or two, you know what I mean? I met some more homeboys, and next thing you know, I'm back into the streets again. When I finally really snapped out of it, I was probably about 22, 23 years old. And,
what happened? Was there an event?
Yeah, I was going through this. I was on trial for attempted murder, felonious assault, and a gun was involved with it, of course. And I was facing 8 years in jail. I had a girl pregnant, so my life was looking real shambled. And it was a self-defense situation, so I went to trial, and the jury acquitted me for self-defense. My mother looked me in my eyes. She said, "Boy, this is your second chance. Stop crapping around and walk that right path." And this time she connected, though. I mean, she connected right here. And was like 2 months later, I went and formed a production company. I went and talked to all my buddies in the hood, like, yo, I want to make a record company, and I made the Wu-Tang Clan, basically. From that energy she gave me, I went and formed the Wu-Tang Clan. Most people in a ghetto community, we don't think ahead. We think instant. You know what I mean? One moment. And that one moment, you get 25 to life for that. or a teenage pregnancy may happen. So you got to think before you do. Think 3 or 4 times before you do something. And in Tao of Wu, I kind of talk about things like that. Talk about fear. Like sometimes we have so much fear inside of us that we're afraid to leave our neighborhood, afraid to break free, afraid to communicate with other people, afraid to let go of our traditions and bring, you know, somebody else's tradition into your life. And Marcus Garvey once said, he said, fear is a state of nervousness only fit for children. Men should not fear. To fear anything other than God is to offend God. And you don't want to offend God, so don't have no fear. Just go through, persevere, and push through that, you know what I mean? Most of us in the ghetto, and I can speak for this because, you know, I'm there with I'm one out of many, you know what I mean?
Right.
And we don't see, like, no examples for us, you know what I mean? And I can honestly say that all the negative things I tried, and I tried a lot of them, I got nowhere. As soon as I got on the positive path and stayed on it, I multiplied 1,000-fold. I mean, I'm talking about we would do anything, you know, maybe you want to break into somebody's house or do something to get a
What do you say to a kid who says he's with a group of kids and the peer pressure of we're going to do this now, and he's in the car with them and they're on the journey to do something destructive? How does he have the courage to get out? Isn't it scary?
You got to understand that most gangsters and hard rocks are either dead or in jail. And that's not where you want to be. You want to live a full-fledged life. If you know, they say the statistic for a black man in America maybe is by the age of 25, you're dead or in jail. And that means that if Quincy Jones would have passed at 25, he wouldn't have had Michael Jackson Thriller. You know what I mean? He didn't get a chance to go to your full blossom. Take the time, be patient. Don't go for the quick dollar, yo. Take that yellow brick road and let it unwind itself. Let that flower blossom. You know what I mean? And trust me, when you get the full fledge of it, I mean, you blossom to your full self, man. The joy of life is incredible.
Do we have to show a clip?
Yeah, well, we're going to go to a clip from Funny People.
Oh, wow, you're taking care of it for me.
Bong bong.
Good, nice job. From Funny People.
Funny People is the clip of a movie we did earlier this year with some very funny people, too. Seth Rogen, Adam Sandler. Check this out.
All right.